The accident on the exit ramp to Telegraph on I-96 eastbound has been cleared. 75 southbound stop-and-go traffic between 14 Mile and 12 Mile. 275 southbound closed for construction between M14 and I-94. That is scheduled to be in place until 5 a.m. Monday morning. And 75 northbound, the left lane closed between 696 and 14 Mile. I'm Eddie Zellick, WJR, traffic and weather first.
Any leftover showers today? Isolated, cloudy otherwise, and we hit the mid-70s tonight. Stray shower possible, and we will see temperatures drop back to 62 for our Monday. Mostly cloudy. Showers become likely. We could hear thunder. High 84. From the Weather Channel, I'm Jeff Eno on News Talk 760 WJR.
Introducing thegreatvoice.com, a new podcast website from News Talk 760 WJR, with all your favorite WJR content delivered directly to your desktop or mobile device, plus podcasts you can only find on thegreatvoice.com.
Welcome to the Fairway. This is Spin on Golf on 760 WJR. Presented by Rocket Mortgage and the Rocket Mortgage Classic, coming to Detroit Golf Club July 28th through the 31st. Now direct from the Detroit Golf Club, home to the Rocket Mortgage Classic. Here are your hosts, PGA professionals Jordan Young, Brian Cairns, Mike Fay, and WJR's own Sean Baligian.
Yes, indeed. We thank the great folks here at the DGC and, of course, our friends with Rocket Mortgage. Well, I tell you what, tournament's going to be here before you know it. The thing I remember about last year, fellas, is it was like the first week of June, and I was like, we got another month to go. And then the next thing you knew, it was the 4th of July, and there we were. Now, this year, just as Mr. Big Voice said, the Rocket Mortgage Classic has moved again last weekend in July, but we're really, really looking forward to it. Mike Fay to my left. Jordan Young is up north, as is BC. They are going to be getting ready for the state pro-am, correct, Jordan?
Yeah, we're up here at the beautiful, the new Highlands. I don't know, it's probably been 25 years for me, but spectacular day today. No wind, sunny. Spent the whole day on the golf course. It was a really tough day, and can't thank the people enough for everything they do up here at Boyne. It's just amazing, amazing property.
And, of course, joining us as well from up there is BC. BC, what's new with you?
Nothing. We're just cooking some brontosaurus ribs, and I've never seen so much meat on a platter in my life. It's just unbelievable.
It's always about the food for BC.
Yeah, we got, let me see, shrimp. We got lobster tails. We have, what else do we have down there? I don't know. We got, I don't know. It's a lot of meat, a lot of work here.
I'm going to have you guys come over sometime, and the two smokers, I'll put them to work in the backyard. How's that? We'll do that.
For sure.
Mike Fay, you were telling me what a busy week it was for you, huh?
Absolutely.
This game's blowing up. There's no other way to say that. It's blowing up.
Yes, a lot of new golfers, which is a lot of fun. It is.
You had some experiences this week. You told me some breakthroughs.
You know
I
how
won't
it's fun?
mention any particulars, but it's always great when you see somebody improve, huh?
It is. It is so much fun, and watching people hit it up in the air when they've never done it before, and the look on their face. It's fun stuff.
BC had to show the pictures. See, look at there's it. Now he's taunting us. I saw those brontosaurus ribs. Oh, baby, that looks absolutely good. Where do we start this week, fellas? There is so much going on. You know what? I'll ask you first, Jordan, about the state pro-am. We have to talk about LIV. We have to talk about a historic day on the women's side. Obviously the memorial, but set the stage for us up at the state pro-am, Jordan.
Well, it's going to rain all day tomorrow. Might stop at 11. Hopefully we'll get 2 rounds in. It's a 2-man best ball, 1 pro, 1 am. Supposed to rain all during the night and maybe until 12 or 1. Might get an inch. So I don't know what time BC plays. We're off at 9:40. You play 2 courses. You play the Heather and the Hills this year. And, it's beautiful today. We'll see what it's like tomorrow. And it's always a fun event. It's a 2-man best ball, 2-day score. So we'll have at it.
BC, when are you off? When are you going to be teeing off?
11:30 bone dry, and we will not get a drop of rain on us. It'll be perfect tomorrow. No
He's a
shadowing.
meteorologist.
No
as well.
shadowing.
I like that.
He's a meteorologist as well. But so many wonderful places. We'll be keeping an eye on the happenings up there. All right. So here's the question: as I was talking to you guys beforehand, Mike, you brought up a great point about the memorial today. And the winner. Share with everybody what you saw. I think that's a great point.
Yeah, I think it's something that everyone can learn from, the way that Billy Horschel won today. It wasn't flashy. He just hit it in the middle of the green and two-putted a lot. And, it was nice to see Mr. Nicholas congratulate him and tell him that he was really proud of him and that he did what he had to do to win and didn't have to be a hero to win, and that was good.
So is the lesson here, guys, boring golf can be winning golf? Is that a lesson to take from this and what Billy Horschel did today?
Well, I'm going to say, yesterday he lit it up, right? He got stretched out. He had a big lead. You sleep on it. You got to have a game plan and figure out what you're going to do. I mean, easy thing is to say, just go play golf and whatever happens, happens. But, after whatever it's 5 holes, 6 holes, 8 holes, I think he made his first bogey in 50 holes on number 6. Just kind of stretched out a bunch of pars. But, the eagle on 15 certainly helped cool things down, right? I think he bogeyed 17 and cruised on in. I don't know if he won by 3 or 4, but
yeah,
it's always tough to protect the lead. It's almost better to be like tied or 1 up. I don't know, 3-4 shot lead, especially there. Good for him. Hard worker, bulldog, plays tough. Bulldog in the way he plays. He's a Gator from Florida, but I like the way he plays. He never quits, and he works hard. And yeah, he didn't have his A game, and he came through with the W, and that's a good tournament to win.
BC had to show us not only the view of the barbecue on the table, but I think I saw a tackle box in your view. And that lovely view from your villa. Is that the best way to say it, BC?
My villa, no. A friend of mine's villa. Jordan's been here before. It's like an ocean behind me. But, yeah, pretty nice. But, yeah, I had to catch a couple perch for a little appetizer here.
And there he goes, just like that. The Wi-Fi there is not too good, though.
Oh, no kidding. Sorry.
All right,
That's
so
a beautiful-
Here's what we're going to do. Obviously, we have to get into the live because I'm so intrigued to hear from you guys about what has been and what will be. I think the biggest question that we're going to be looking at is how is Mr. Monahan going to respond? It's one thing to talk about what you're going to do, and it's another thing to actually go do it. And so when we come back, I want to ask the guys what they think about some of the names on there and some of the reasoning behind it, including a guy that we're familiar with. Guy Gordon will be joining us, as a matter of fact. Of course, WJR has its own golf tour that we'll be talking about. It's the WJR Pure Michigan Tour. Guy is already been up at Traverse City. We'll ask where he's going to be and how is it going to be this upcoming week. And you can hear that right here on 760 WJR. In the meantime, Mike, Fay, and I are here at the Detroit Golf Club. Of course, the home for the Rocket Mortgage Classic coming up July 28th through the 31st. And we'll have it covered for you right here on 760 WJR.
Dear Dad, this year we're making Father's Day extra.
Do you feel better
special
after
with the
getting that
Untucked
out of your
shirts that
system,
you
Jordan?
love. Untucked has the styles that'll make your
I'm
summer
sorry,
great,
you know what
from
happened?
wrinkle-free shirts to performance polos and
I'm
more.
on the
They're
patio.
designed to be worn untucked, so you can
And I
always
dropped
feel
my
sharp even at
connector
your most
through
casual.
the
Father's
wood
Day is June 19th. If you
on
still
the
need a
patio
gift, check
below
out
me.
the new summer styles at
I
untucked.com
was
or
like,
one of 80-plus
oh, no.
Untucked stores. Use code
Were you
DAD
able to
for
get it? Do you have
20%
it?
off
No,
your
I
first
can see
purchase.
it down
Untucked
below.
shirts designed to be worn untucked.
Angie's List
I
is
can't get
now
down there. There's
Angie,
somebody else's
your home
room.
for everything
You were
home.
able to
With
hit
Angie,
that,
you
catch
could
that,
cross
Mr.
your next
Parsons,
project off
correct?
your to-do list before
I
it
hope
matters
sometime
what.
somebody
Just
slipped
tell us
up
what you
beside
need,
me.
Oh, you
and we'll
did? Did
handle
you
the
catch
rest.
it?
Sending a
I
top
hope so,
pro
or
to get it
Jordan
done.
owes us some
Or
money.
browse reviews,
Yeah, I
compare
got it.
quotes from
Crap,
pros,
I mean,
and
oh,
connect
geez.
instantly, all for free.
Luckily, it
That
was
was
From
cool.
right
routine
as
maintenance
nobody
to
was
a dream
talking, so you could
remodel.
hear it
Because
very,
however
very
you want your
well.
project done, we'll get it
Damn.
done. Download the app or go to Angie.com. That's ANGI.com.
Now, you guys are good. I'm going to take the station away until it's time to come back.
Are you a college student or mid?
I can see it right down there. I'm gonna have to go knock on their door downstairs and see if they can let me in.
That's funny.
That is really funny.
I mean, it's the connector for my headset to a C charger, and I was just playing with it with my hand, and then I dropped it, and I'm like, oh, and it landed there, and I go, oh, nope, there it goes. Whatever.
That's what we have the button for.
It's like dropping your keys down the elevator shaft.
Oh,
You done that, BC?
oh, yeah,
Is that a yes?
yeah. I did it in Fort Lauderdale as a kid. My dad owned a condominium on the 29th floor, and I was goofing around with the keys, waiting for the elevator. Waiting for everybody in the elevator, and I dropped the keys
Oh.
right down the shaft.
So I mean,
Oh.
you can do a play on that, Sean, making stupid mistakes, because I made a stupid mistake sometime a couple days ago that I just realized and recovered from this morning without even knowing I did it. I left a club on the golf course at Strategic Fox 2 or 3 days ago, which I've rarely have ever done that. I find out I lost it. I didn't have it in my bag today. I'm like, where's my 50-degree wedge? I've got 8 wedges in the car. I don't even have it. I'm like, where would I have left it? I don't know. So I call back to the club. They find it at Strategic Clubhouse, BC. They find it at Strategic Clubhouse of all places. Somebody turned it in.
Unbelievable.
So then I call Brandon Sarah. I go, hey, what time are you coming up? He's like, I'm leaving at 3. I go, can you swing by Fox Hills and bring it up north? So they're going to bring it up north with me. They'll get it tomorrow before I tee off.
Thank goodness it wasn't right-handed, or it would have been gone.
Wow.
Oh,
Small
man.
Hey,
world. Small
Yeah,
world.
Mikey, here's a good one. So I'm fiddling around with drivers the other day, and I'm tried an old driver head, and I put it on there, and and then I started teaching. I didn't switch it back, so somehow I put my head cover on there, and then
You got the old driver head on?
I show up at True North today, and I'm like, whoops, this isn't my driver.
Oh no!
And then even better, when I leave my house,
There you
'cause
go.
Jordan
There's
saw
two
what I was.
instances right there we can talk about.
Jordan saw I was teaching yesterday in my golf shoes,
And
and I
BC's
put my
frozen
golf
again.
shoes
Look
on.
at that look. He looks like he's dead.
Well,
I
that
can
better?
hear him. I can hear him.
Oh,
Yeah,
oh,
he
you
didn't
can?
freeze. Yeah,
Oh.
yeah.
So anyway, I always leave my house with my teaching shoes on or my golf shoes. Well, I didn't pack any tennis shoes, so I'm fishing.
Oh no! Your
Yeah,
golf
yeah.
shoes.
I got our golf shoes this
Oh,
week. I
no.
got
Well,
nothing.
that's
I got one pair of white
seen you
shoes.
do that.
Oh,
I've seen you do that
yeah.
many times.
That's the worst.
It's not like forgetting your tie at the
Hitting bombs off the tee. It's Spin on Golf on WJR. Presented by Rocket Mortgage and the Rocket Mortgage Classic. Coming to Detroit Golf Club July 28th through the 31st. Once again live from the Detroit Golf Club, home to the Rocket Mortgage Classic. Here are PGA professionals Jordan Young, Brian Cairns, Mike Bay, and WJR's own Sean Baligian.
Well, that's where we are at the Detroit Golf Club, and we'll be here taking you all the way up to the Rocket Mortgage Classic, of course, July 28th through the 31st. Brought to you by our friends at Rocket Mortgage Classic. Really appreciate everything they do in helping us put this show on the air, and certainly the great job they do with the tournament. Well, I want to wind all of you up a little bit. Number one, did anything jump out to you? Mike Fay and I, we drove together. We did a little carpooling. It was his turn this week. Next week, I'll be driving. So we were talking about some of the names on Live, and in particular, the one prominent name. And I guess I'll start with you, Jordan. Anything jump out to you, surprise you about the Live announcement this week?
Yeah, how hush-hush it was for a lot of the people until all of a sudden, boom, it's all over social media. And then it's like DJ and Usti and Garcia and this guy and that guy. And it's like, okay, and then obviously James Pyatt's on there, and it was interesting how they laid that out, and I'm surprised DJ, but not surprised. I don't know. This is going to evolve over the course of, I think, a year, and it's going to change constantly as to what's going to happen. I'm interested to know what the PGA Tour is going to do.
You got it.
And that's the big elephant in the room. Like, I'm going to penalize you. Well, what is it? Like, is it going to be 2 games? Is it going to be 5 games? Is it going to be 1 year, 3 year, 5? What the heck's it going to be? I don't know. It's just like a bunch of threats right now. And I don't get into all the legalities and all that stuff, but I don't know. BC's got his take. That's just mine. I'm just surprised that we don't know what the deal is.
BC, what jumps out to you?
Well, James came over yesterday afternoon, and we worked for about 3 hours, and some swing stuff and a lot of short game stuff because he's going over to London, and it was great. He's in great spirits. He's really looking forward to it. He's getting paid to play golf, so I really, really, really support what James is doing here. I mean, that's about it. But I really can't comment on whether I like what the PGA Tour is doing or not doing or whatever, who's doing what. But I support the guy that's playing it, James Pyatt, because he's made pretty much all the right decisions so far. His timing is great with the NIL and now the LIV. So, I think he needs another year under his belt of playing professionally to maybe challenge playing the PGA Tour for a living. Great opportunity.
BC, that's the way that I feel about this. I mean, whether it be James, whether it be DJ, I don't care who it is. Best of luck. I think you're taking a chance. You know that there very well could be some repercussions. To your point, Jordan, I still don't know what Monahan's going to do. I still don't know what the tour is going to do. But you're an adult. This is a decision that if you feel this is best for you, tip of the cap, best of luck. To me, it really comes down to that. The thing with DJ, and I think you touched on this, Jordan, and Mike, you and I were talking about it on the way here. If some of the numbers are true, okay, DJ can do whatever he wants for the rest of his days. If his priority is to take care of Paulina and his budding family, if that money is legitimate, he's taking care of generations of future little Dustin Johnsons and Gretzky's.
Doesn't matter, right?
No.
Well, you can give them all $25 million each. Maybe have a couple more kids, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. What did you guys think about Kevin Na's, I guess, preemptive strike?
Resignation.
Yeah. To me, you know what? That was a preemptive strike to me. I don't know if you guys read that the same way.
Was that a press conference or was that just a statement?
It was his statement. It was all I can see is a thumbs up from BC. It was, okay, this is the way things are. And I understand that things are, I'm probably going to, but you can't tell me where I can go. I mean, I'm paraphrasing here. And so therefore I'm going to say sayonara.
I'm a free agent.
Yeah.
Right. He said it, right?
Yeah, but sayonara for what? Like what if he wants to come back next year? Like, is DJ going to play in the Open next, the US Open, or is USJ going to say, no, you're out? I mean,
well, and that's it, Jordan. That's exactly what he said. He said, I hope one day I can return, and it'd be nice if I can do it in the future. I don't have the exact quote in front of me, so I'm paraphrasing. But Mike, okay, cool. Right. I mean, that's the way that I look at it.
The PGA Tour does not run the US Open, though. No. It's run by the USGA. So it's going to be the USGA's call now. I don't know how that whole thing works, but I guess we'll find out pretty soon.
BC, what did you think of the whole situation with Kevin? I mean, it was preemptive to me.
No comment.
Okay, you got that right.
There's no comment.
There's 2 tonight. The over under on that was 5.5, so we're at 2.
Now
I support my player.
No, I totally get that.
Totally
get that.
Yep.
Totally get that. I'm going to be intrigued. Do you guys, I guess, Jordan, I'll ask you, do you want to throw something out there in regards to what you think might happen? I mean, are we talking punishment? Are we talking tisk, great shaming, drawn and quartered? What do you, if you had to venture a guess, what might happen?
I really have no idea. I mean, I'm just thinking it's got to be a 1, 3, or 5 year ban, perhaps. I don't know. I mean, what else is it going to be?
Yeah.
They're not going to ban you for an event. That's a joke. It's going to be 1, 3, or 5 years. Who knows? I don't know what the
happens to their
Champions Tour will
retirement?
do. Well, yeah.
You know,
You got the
what
pension.
happens
You
to
got
the
the pension, all that stuff. I really don't know. What's the pension, BC? What's the deal on that?
Can't touch a pension.
Can't touch the
The
pension?
pension's safe. No, pension's safe. So they're okay. So they can walk. I mean, anybody leaves the PGA Tour for any reason, they still have a pension. You know, it's like resigning from a regular job. You know, Tom was resigning, he's getting a 401k from WJR.
Yeah, I just don't know what's going to happen, to be
pension
honest with you. But I guess we'll find out soon.
All right, having a little connectivity issue with BC. We'll try to get that figured out to be sure. What's your level of excitement to see how this goes? I mean, is this anything? Is this on your radar at all? I mean, don't we all have to tune in to see how this goes? I mean, whether you're the staunchest PGA guy in the history of mankind or not, to me, it's kind of inconsequential. We don't we all have to kind of tune in, Mike, and see?
It's going to be a shotgun.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And will someone beat Dustin Johnson?
Yeah.
And who will it be? You never know.
Jordan, what about you? I mean, this is can't miss, right?
Yeah, I mean, heck, I'm just trying to figure out how I'm going to get the connector from downstairs 1-4 off the balcony. That's my priority right now. I mean, unfortunately, that sucker dropped through my balcony to the balcony below, and I have no idea how I'm going to get that. But I can see it down there. But yeah, sorry, man.
BC, is that something that you're interested in tuning into? I mean, your level of interest would be what?
For
the LIV, the tournament next week.
Oh, absolutely. I'm going to turn into it because you got a team game. And I think it's going to be a different twist on golf, which has anything been done different in golf since 1968 or 1970, whenever the tour separated? No, I don't think so. It was great seeing the LPGA Tour, first $1 million winner today. It's about time. So I think we got to get on with this and time for somebody to pull their head out of their butt. That's all I can say.
I don't know if we have time for a question, but probably not. I'll wait for after the break, guys.
All right, Guy Gordon is going to be joining us after this break. Tell us a little bit about the WGAR Pure Michigan Golf Tour that already started. If you listen to Guy's show 3 to 5 here every Monday through Friday on 760 WJR. He was already up in Traverse City. He'll tell us where he's going to be this week. We do have to talk about that historic, in more ways than one, LPGA Tour as well. Don't you go anywhere. We are live, Mike Fay and I, from the DGC, home of the Rocket Mortgage Classic, right here on 760 WJR.
Boyne Golf presents Michigan's Magnificent 10. 10 extraordinary.
So I don't know if we're going to get time for this, BC, but I heard you say that James was going to try to qualify next week in London. Is that for the U.S. Open?
Qualify.
Yeah, I thought I heard you say that.
No.
Oh, I thought you said James is going to try to qualify next week in London. And I was like, whoa, does that mean he lost his exemption or he's good for the U.S. Open?
No, well, as of now, we'll see Thursday. Now, I won't say anything, but yeah, well, hell with it.
Well, you're live right now. That's what I wanted to ask, but I wasn't sure because I guess my question was, is
qualifying for the Open, you mean?
Yes, in London. Or did he have an exemption that stays put or no for the U.S. Open?
As of now, yes.
Okay. Because of his win, right?
U.S. Amateur, yes.
Okay. They changed that rule a few years ago. Is that correct?
About 5 years ago, because nobody was playing. Nobody was going to the Open.
Yeah, because they were all turning professional. It was too late in the year, right? Yeah.
Yeah, they finally wised up, USGA, which
Okay.
took them a while, but it's okay. Good timing.
Who is he traveling over to London with?
Dan, his caddy.
Okay. Is Mike going?
Leonard? I don't know anything.
Hopefully he's going.
Yeah, hopefully. I really don't know any details.
Gosh, we have so much to do. We have to hit
have
the
a lot.
DQ.
We got to nail the DQ.
Yeah.
We got to talk to Guy.
Yeah.
DQ. Oh,
Yeah.
Hideki, yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, I gave you a little rundown list. You like that?
I just saw that. Yes.
Yeah. How about Biz? That was. Did you see when the four of the guys were in the stands and Whit and those guys are like going like this with their jerseys on, and then Biz stood up behind and went.
Did you see his master?
So
did you
funny.
see his masterclass video?
No.
Oh my gosh, I got to send it to you. Oh, it was just priceless.
He was in the stands and he just stands up like Al Bundy and kind of like looks around like this. I'll have to send that one to you. Oh, it was classic. Did you like that Edmonton one I sent you?
Yes.
Sean's long lost cousin. Hey, are we meeting with Guy tomorrow, BC, or are they here?
I don't know. We never did anything with them this week.
They are Mount Pleasant. And then, well, I'll let Guy talk about it, but their schedule, Mount Pleasant, then Gaylord, then Boyne on Wednesday, Frankenmuth on Thursday.
Guy. It's not Guy. It's Guy. Guy Gordon.
Guy
Gordon.
Guy Gordon.
Gordon. Oh, that would be perfect for your mask there, Sean.
Il Bizarre, Quebec.
Yeah.
Gordon.
Il Bizarre, Quebec. Numero 10.
Qui dans cette? Guy.
De
Gordon.
numéro 3, de premier étoile.
Putting another birdie on the card, it's Spin on Golf on WJR. Presented by Rocket Mortgage and the Rocket Mortgage Classic. Coming to Detroit Golf Club July 28th through the 31st. Once again live from the Detroit Golf Club, home to the Rocket Mortgage Classic. Here are PGA professionals Jordan Young, Brian Cairns, Mike Fay, and WJR's own Sean Baligian.
Well, this is one of those days out at the DGC where we have been joking for a few weeks now to Jeff Marcero, the fine architect behind this, thanks to our friends at Rocket Mortgage Classic and the DGC, that, it might be in our best interest to do 2-hour shows. And there's so much going on right now. We've got about 25 minutes left in the show, but there's so much going on right now that, you almost wish that you had a couple hours. There's no doubt about that. One of the things going on right now is a guy that I'm sure you heard of. He's on the air here on 760 WJR every Monday through Friday from 3 to 5. Guy Gordon is a part of the WJR Pure Michigan Golf Tour, 17th annual Pure Michigan Golf Tour, and he joins us now from parts unknown. I can't wait to hear where Guy has been and where he is going. Guy, always a pleasure. How are you, my friend?
First of all, it's not pure when I'm on it, just so you know.
Guy Gordon.
All purity leaves. It's a rather impure tour. No, we're here live from Mountain Town Station in beautiful downtown Mount Pleasant, which is my home for 4 years.
Outstanding. Now, this started, again, for the benefit of people out there that aren't aware, the 17th WJR Golf Tour, but you guys already started. You were out in Traverse City on Friday. How did that go, Guy?
We started with the Wolverine. Beautiful weather out there. Had a great chat with the folks that are, the golf economy is is about as hot as any sector of the Michigan economy right now. And that's great news for a lot of courses, a lot of resorts that might have been, coming out of 2009, 2010, borderline surviving. And now they are thriving, and probably we're looking at greens fees that are up maybe between 60 and 90% over the past few years. And they're taking full advantage of the fact that demand has never been greater. And it was a $4.5 billion business to start with.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead, BC.
Well, I would say that to start that big industry increase, our illustrious governor, so we can talk about that on Conservative Talk Radio, cut back the Pure Michigan campaign. Certainly didn't help our standards, but thank God COVID happened and it did budge up our economy in the golf department. Right, Mr. Gordon?
It did. The only problem is, and what we've heard, but it's been compensated for in other ways, is that I think we lost somewhere in the neighborhood of 20% of our out-of-state golfers because they were from Canada, and those COVID restrictions that I know you are so fond of, BC, kept them from coming across the border.
Mm-hmm.
And well, there were restrictions on both sides, but they're back, and they think that it's going to be a super season, and we'll see a lot of our Canadian friends that we've been missing for the past 2 years.
BC, you love Canadians. Come on. You've never said
I
a
got no
bad thing
problem
about
with
a Canadian. Yeah.
I have no problem with the Canadians. The restrictions were a sham, but that's for another show.
We won't go on to their government right now. But
we can do that from 3 to 5 any afternoon you want to, BC.
Gladly.
I just know that Mike Parsons will have his finger on the dump button and we'll be fine.
Wouldn't be the first time tonight.
No, I know.
We've been dumping a few times already tonight, guys.
Anybody find Jordan's charger, by the way? Guy Gordon kindly joining us, of course, host of the Guy Gordon Show right here on 760 WJR. All right, Guy, take us through the list. You're up in your own stomping grounds up in Mount Pleasant. Where are you guys going to be playing tomorrow?
So this afternoon we played Bucks Run, which is a wonderful course just northeast of town, not far from Soaring Eagle Casino. One of the best values that you can experience here in the central Michigan area for sure. And they're seeing boom times. It was pouring rain most of the afternoon, and there was no let up in the number of golfers out on that course. And they had a couple big tours come in. So they're in tall cotton there. We're going to be going and playing the Polecat tomorrow. And we're hoping to play with Dan Pohl. And that'll be exciting. Dan and I have a lot of mutual friends over at Canadian Lakes, and so that should be fun. After that, we're going to go up to Otsego Club, play there, just outside Gaylord. We're also hopefully going to be connecting with some folks that can tell us how we can help those in Gaylord that are still recovering from that horrible tornado, 3 weeks ago. And we saw the damage on the way up. And I mean, what happened to that trailer park was just catastrophic. And the retail west of town still struggling. All the resorts are open for business. We want to make sure that people know that the golf courses are still doing great business, but they've got some tough times to get some residents back on their feet. And then we're headed off to Bay Harbor. Going to play Links and Quarry, which of course Mr. Cairns and I have on an annual basis now, 2 years running, absolutely murdered. I think we were leaders in the clubhouse when it started storming last year, weren't we, Brian? Or we were close?
Yeah, well, there was one other guy, Mr. Field Knight from L.A., Lower Alabama, that went out and played with me in the afternoon. It was absolutely beautiful. But anyway, we will again conquer the Query and the Links.
We also played with the late, great Frank Beckman on that day, and it was the last round I played with him, and I was so happy that we had that last opportunity to play. And it was, as always with Frank, he was way too much fun. And so we're going to be playing there, and then we're going to be playing the Fortress before we come home and head to DGC and hang with you guys and talk about the Rocket Mortgage Classic.
The big question, though, is reports say that Mr. Marceau has an upper body injury. They're not telling us what.
Yes.
Trying to keep it quiet. But how is he doing?
Let me just tell you about that. First of all, he has some kind of witch's brew in a bottle that I think it comes
Do
from
you have to rub
budded-
it on him, or
a
is that-
budded plant. No. And let me also say that the money that he took off Steve Courtney a couple of days ago is now in my pocket. So I'm
Wow.
sorry. I show no mercy for upper body injuries or any other injuries for that matter.
Wow.
I tell you what, we play with him at the Fortress, and Jeff was struggling. That upper body injury is it was bad. Poor
I've
Jeff, you know.
struggled
But
with back
you know what?
problems
If you
for
could take
years.
Jeff's money, jump in.
Yeah. No, I have total sympathy because I've done that before. I just wish I had invited my chiropractor to come along because he could fix Jeff in 2 cracks. Yeah, I mean, he's you know, this medicinal stuff that they have now is pretty great, and if I could just keep Jeff from drinking it, it would probably do great things for his back.
Well, tell that waiter that keeps popping in the picture, steak bites heal. Get some steak bites for Jeff, and I'm a big fan of steak bites as for medicinal purposes. You know, we were just talking about it. Guy Gordon again joining us here, 760 WJR. Of course, you can hear the Guy Gordon Show Monday through Friday, 3 to 5 on the 17th WJR Golf Tour. You guys are going to be at the DGC. That's where we are right now. Guy, it's going to be here before we know it. It really has become, in a short amount of time, one of those destination moments for everybody. When's the weekend? This year it's late July, but boy, it's really made its mark on not just the golf community, but the entire community over the last few years.
Well, I think that's the most important thing for all the optimism that we have in Detroit and all of the great things we saw pre-pandemic and now a lot of the nightlife coming back post-pandemic. This is such a great point of pride. And the crowd that comes is unlike any crowd I think I've seen. It is incredibly diverse. It is totally different than any golf tournament that you might attend. It is, and it's a real point of pride for the city of Detroit. And I mean, can't say enough about the folks at Rocket Mortgage for bringing it the way they have, and just for impressing the PGA the way they have with their ability to throw a great event.
Great stuff. Guy, we will be listening once again. Guy Gordon Show 3 to 5, the 2022 WJR Pure Michigan Golf Tour. Guy in Mount Pleasant tomorrow. The Gaylord Golf Mecca Tuesday, Boyne Wednesday, Frankenmuth on Thursday, and then right here at the DGC on Friday. Make sure you give a listen. You should listen anyway, but certainly give Guy a listen 3 to 5, Monday through Friday here on 760 WJR. Enjoy your meal. Enjoy that medicine as well. Guy, we look forward to hearing
I will.
Some of the fun you're going to have.
And would you please tell Steve Courtney that Jeff Marshall needs more cash, please?
They've got ATMs up there in the north. I know that.
Yeah, I know. At Jordan, I'm going to make sure that he hits them before we tee it up tomorrow with Mr. Pohl.
Yeah, make sure cash up front.
Yeah, I may need to go to the Brian Cairns intensive care unit for my driver here.
Guy Gordon, ladies
Gentlemen,
and gentlemen.
be well. We'll see you tomorrow at 3.
All right, take care. Guy Gordon, 3 to 5 right here, 760 WJR. Final segment of the show. So much to do. Don't go anywhere from the DGC on 760 WJR.
Susan, it's so great to finally be able to get together again.
Oh, it sure is.
And I really
I do want to say a special thank you, shout out to the guys. You know Brandon Sarrow.
Yeah, even guys that was headache inducing.
Sean on? Are we okay?
No, we're talking. Yeah.
I asked Sean if he knew. He probably knows Brandon Sarrow. Do you know Brandon Sarrow?
Yeah.
He's who's bringing my wedge up.
Oh, he's a good dude. Tell him I said hello.
I will. I said I owe you guys dinner. I want to give them a shout out. Actually, he sent his buddy over to pick it up.
Well, look at all those.
Which was even better. Oh yeah.
BC, have you seen some of the pictures of my barbecues?
I have.
Yeah, that's impressive what you got going on there.
I mean, those are beef ribs They're 13-inch long ribs, and they weigh 24 pounds apiece. And that's half of the meat that he brought. Those are rib eyes.
Did Jeff bring it up again?
Oh, yeah. Champagne. Yep. Yeah, that's kind of ridiculous.
Beef ribs are incredibly underrated. I like beef shorties. It's high-end pot roast, like on a stick.
Yep.
It's so good. It's so good.
It's unbelievable to me.
And my state pro-am partner, Joey Steemack, he doesn't even know what's going on. He's already on the phone to the front desk to get somebody to come and get my thing from down there.
Oh, that's great.
Nice.
He's like trying to talk to me. I'm like, quiet. I'm on the show. We're on the show. And he's like, no, I got somebody coming. Like, coming where? He goes, to get your thing you dropped down there. Because I think I woke him up. Oh, man.
All right, so Mike, I'm going to throw to you about the Ladies Open.
Okay.
And then what else do we have to hit? Ladies Open.
The DQ.
Champions Tour.
The DQ. Champions Tour. And then POW.
We got a lot to cover. In
yeah, we got. This is a night I wish we had 2 hours. Like, seriously.
Marshall.
I don't have a POW.
Do you have a POW, BC?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, Lord.
Well, I always go hockey. I don't go golf, but Evander Kane. Man.
Did BC freeze again?
Look at him.
He's frozen.
That's funny. That was his freeze.
Yeah.
I gotta take a picture of that before he comes back.
All right, now he's back.
Oh,
There
no,
he
he's
is.
back.
Do that on purpose.
Oh, wait. ABC, do that face again.
Yeah.
Oh no, yeah.
That was
face.
great.
Yeah. That reminds me of the guy on the front cover of Mad Magazine.
Alfred E. Newman.
Alfred E. Newman. Yes. Indeed-a-dee-doo. Yes. Okay, we should have about 20 pounds of meat coming up, medium rare, some shrimp, and some lobster tails. Good thing the first couple holes of dogleg rights, because it's going to be a block fade the first few days.
Tea time. It's Spin on Golf on WJR, presented by Rocket Mortgage and the Rocket Mortgage Classic, coming to Detroit Golf Club July 28th through the 31st. Once again, live from the Detroit Golf Club, home to the Rocket Mortgage Classic. Here are PGA professionals Jordan Young, Brian Cairns, Mike Bay, and WJR's own Sean Baligian.
Always want to give thanks to Mr. Rieger and Mr. Parsons back at the WJR studios. These guys deserve combat pay for putting up
with us.
I mean, there's no other way to say that. So thank you very, very much. As I mentioned, historic day in the LPGA today. They're U.S. Open for a couple of reasons. BC touched on one of them earlier, but Mike Fay, go.
Yes, Southern Pines, the LPGA scoring leader for the season, won the U.S. Open, so her third major championship victory, Minjee Lee from Australia. She shot a final round 71 for 13 under par and the lowest score in U.S. Open women's history.
Unbelievable.
She won by 4 shots today. Pretty good stuff.
And as BC brought up earlier, how about $1 million?
Over $1 million.
Oh,
Yeah,
boy.
$10 million purse.
It's great for the game. Period. End of story.
And speaking of the game here, we've got one of the players. If any of you were watching the women's amateur out of Augusta, you probably saw one, Ingrid Lindblad, who was very close to the lead from LSU. She was tied for 4th. She's an amateur, and she was tied for 4th going into today. She finished tied 11th, and she and let's see here, Rosie Zing are going to be the future of the LPGA Tour. Those two.
Yeah, top 15 in ties, that par on the last hole, top 15 ties come back next year no matter what your status is. That was huge. Good for her.
It was awesome stuff.
All right, get your thoughts on the Hideki DQ in just a moment. I'll be asking you guys about that. But, Jordan, breaking news here on Spin on Golf. Is there success where you're at? You had that look of success.
There was movement down below, and I think she is actually coming to the door, so I have it returned. It just takes an hour of the show, and people are taking care of me everywhere around here. It's unbelievable at Boyne. I even got people bringing up a wedge from I forgot at Fox Hills the other day. Somebody turned it into the clubhouse. Brandon Sarah and his buddy, his partner, picked it up for me. They're driving it up for me. I mean, I got people taking care of me like I'm BC. It's unbelievable.
Oh, whoa.
I'll bring it over here. I got to show these guys.
Oh, my goodness gracious.
Now, hopefully I don't drop it again. Thank you. Look at that. Right there.
It's a dingle dangle. It's a dingle
dangle.
Yeah.
Thank you. My partner, Joey Steemack. Awesome.
All right, Hideki, go. Who wants to go first?
Don't paint your face.
How does the caddy not see that? Take it out. Come on. That's ridiculous.
Come on, Woozy. How many clubs you got in your bag?
Seriously. How do you not have
What?
how do you have that on your face?
Don't paint your face.
I don't know. I just a
No
brain
comment.
fade. Brain fade.
Is that the best way to describe it? Brain fade? Really?
Brain
Marty
fade right
McSorley, Jordan? Is that a Marty McSorley moment?
No,
like,
McSorley hit
better
the
than
guy
that?
in the head. No, McSorley
No, I'm
hit him in the
talking
head.
about the illegal stick.
Oh.
The illegal stick. Really, is that just like a, come on, I know better than that.
Yeah, you should know better. And he hit it on the first hole. It's like, oh crap, I just hit it on the first hole. Like, he's got to know that's probably not right.
Yep.
Yeah.
I don't know. You just can't it's like putting grease on the face. You can't put grease on the face. So for all those guys that don't want to slice it, put a little Carmax on the face. That's like putting the grease on there. Ball drives real straight if you got a curving golf ball. Don't tell your friends though.
They'll probably go straight right for those people.
Dead right.
Whoa! Just boom.
Yep.
All right. Anything else we want to hit on before we get to the POW? Like I said, we're trying to cram everything.
Champions Tour Principal Charity Classic in Des Moines, Iowa. Jerry Kelly was victor. Once again, Stephen Alker tied third with the aegis Bernhard Langer.
Good for him. What is
That is
Bernie,
a great
64?
course.
He's
Wakanda's cool. Wakanda's a cool place.
Wakanda's awesome.
No kidding. Good
Yeah.
for him.
Des Moines,
I
Iowa.
like to see that. I mean, seriously, I'm going to fact check myself right now, but I believe that Langer is 64 years old.
Let's see if I can find it.
My goodness gracious, 64 he is. Good for him. Love seeing that.
Killing it.
Yeah.
Best golf story of all time. Nothing compares to this golf story. Nothing. Been playing a professional tour since he was 18 years old. Who
Wow.
plays professionally for that long? It's unbelievable what this guy's done to the game of golf.
Well, some guys do it, but not as well as he's done it.
No.
You're talking 46 years. That's insane.
A professional tour.
Yes. Oh my goodness gracious. All right, POW.
I'm going to do this calmly and as quietly as I can as I look at the sunset over the Great Lake of Michigan. For all those people who don't know what the heck's going on with this LIV tour, they should just shut their mouths. Shut up. Read about it first. Understand it. Don't jump to conclusions. Don't call anybody any names. Read about it. These people are just trying to play golf for a living. They want to win. It's not that they're running to the money. They want to win, and this is their best chance to provide for their families and or to give back to the game of golf eventually through foundations. That's all I have to say. It's really aggravating to hear the media and everybody just treat these players the way they are. It's too bad because they're just trying to live their lives like we are. That's all I have to say.
Well said. I'm not going to argue with that in any way, shape, or form. If an opportunity is there for you to better your life or better the life of others, who am I to stand in your way? I think there's been a lot of that going around.
I'm just so glad that I took the under plus 170 on points bet that the no comment It was 5.5. I took the under, and I think there's only, and I think we're at the expiration time on the show, and I think I cashed in.
Thanks,
BC.
I had to. No problem. Yeah, the wink was on, but we got it done.
No, this is official. This is official.
All right, Jordan, you got anything?
No, I don't have anybody. I'll nominate Evander Kane just for hitting his buddy Kadri in the back there on the boards, but that's all. I don't have any. I guess Hideki's caddy. You got to pick up on that. Punk of the week.
That's pretty important.
First hole.
How can you miss that?
I mean, there's a lot of things caddies do for guys, and they're gems. Like, they do everything. Heck, I've caddied for BC 2 times at a major. It's not easy, and BC is not difficult. I mean, well, he is, but he wasn't with me, which is nice. but those guys do so much for their players. But man, that one was important.
All right, can I? I'm going to ask the dumb question. I mean, that's why I'm here. But what does that? They said it was basically whiteout. What does that do on the face of the club?
You can't put a substance on the face of the golf club.
Yes,
and it was deemed a substance, a foreign substance. Doesn't matter if it's cream, CBD, whiteout. I don't even think you can put marker. Like, you can't put marker on it either. So that's it. It helps aim, or it's an assistance in some way, shape, or form. And I mean, you can read the rule. I'm not a rules expert, but that's kind of what it is.
It kind of looked like we were painting the face again because the paint was coming off and we didn't finish the job.
Yeah.
It was a sloppy job. It was a very sloppy job.
You know what I mean? That's what it looked like to me. Someone didn't finish the job, and someone going to be.
It looked like me in paint between the lines in preschool. I mean, it was just a mess. It was I mean, come on.
Actually, it looks like your handwriting.
Yeah, but I don't have handwriting. I type kind of right.
Oh, that is outstanding. Well, we are. It's going to be a busy next month, no doubt about that. We have another major to look forward to. That's going to be
off to the U.S. Open next week.
And then, hey guys, we're going to all be out here. I think we're all going to be out here that last weekend in July for this outstanding tournament here at the DGC. And looking forward to it. As we were talking about with Guy Gordon earlier, it has quickly become one of those destination places, not just for the golf people, but people in general. Good luck to you boys tomorrow. Have a great barbecue tonight. Jordan, I'm glad you got success as well. Mike Fay, good luck to you. I know how busy you've been, my friend. For Dave Rieger and Mike Parsons, my name is Sean Baligian, saying thanks for listening to Spin on Golf here on 760 WJR. Good night, everybody.
Feast time.
Thanks, guys, for holding down the fort.
Peace, guys.
In a pot of boiling water, and it'll jump right out. But put a frog in a pot of